In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to save Photoshop documents as images that you can then use in a game engine. So in some cases, you might not want a transparent background. In this case, keeping this background layer would be fine if it's what you need for your game. Whereas if you're wanting to use just a weapon, so for instance I've got this Lord of the Rings sword, obviously this isn't my work, you'd need to have it as your work when you're doing this, but this is just as an example. So what we can do, if we click on the eyeball to the left of the layers, we can start hiding those layers. What's good about this is we can save the Photoshop document and these layers will still be there, so if we need to do more work, these are still kept. That's called a non-destructive workflow. So we're not getting rid of any of the work that we've done. We can still backtrack, put the background back on, do some more work if we need to. But for a game engine, if I'm using this weapon, I don't want the big block of colour there with it. So what we typically want to do, so we've got all of this area here around it. In some cases, games use collision boxes, and that's the size of the image. So if we save this out, although this is the only bit that has the colour on it, so the actual image of the sword, all of this surrounding area would also be used as the image space. So a quick way that we can solve that, if we hold Control and then click on the preview image for the layer on the bottom right, you can start to see, if we hold Control, it starts to have that selection box tool. If we click that, it selects everything that's within that layer. So if we then press Control and C, or we can do Edit Copy, we've then got the copy of that image in the clipboard, and then if we do New, and then the clipboard will have the resolution of it perfectly fitting in. So if we press Create there, then it's perfectly fitted to the part. So I'm not sure what this is, maybe the image that I've got has a little pixel of colour, but pretty much it's covering just the part that we need. So when we make that document, so I'll show you just now again, I've created this, but it's still got this white background. So if I paste it in and then select the background layer and delete that, then we've got a transparent. So we can see it's transparent by the checkerboard. Then what we want to do is File, so Save or Save As would be for the Photoshop document. So I'll show you there. So it only has a certain amount of options. So it does have PNG and things like that, so that is what we need. But in some cases, some Photoshops don't have that. So what we want to do is save a copy, and then we get a lot more options that we can use. So what we want to do is PNG, and then save this as sword, and it's okay on that. And then I then get that image up, I'll show you what it looks like. So then when we look at that image, it's got no background layer, it's fully transparent, and it's looking as it should. So that's how you would want to save out an image from Photoshop to then start using it for your game. So you can import it into the game engine as is here.